And then I get there like, that's the kid you guys are talking about, this fat little kid right here. So then I'd always hear that, bros, and that shit would get me so mad because, bro, I didn't get no respect. I'd spent my whole life boxing. So then the only way I could get respect is beat the shit out of these people. But then it's El Monstruo, Mexican Monster, and Mike Tyson gives you a nickname, bro, so you gotta stick with that. The one I really felt the most proud of was the Caleb Plant fight.
Yeah. Do you feel like, let me get vengeance from my brother?
I've been wanting to get, I would think Canelo's a great fighter,
yeah.
You know what I mean? I would love to get in the ring with him. I believe in myself. I believe I'll beat the shit out of him.
Have no fear, Mr. Organik is here. This is Organically Speaking. Anybody out there want to do partnership, sponsorship, clothing, brand marketing, water, energy drink placement, whatever you want to be a part of Organically Speaking or Mr. Organik as a brand, hit me up at ballernothingelse@yahoo.com. That's my email, or DM me directly at Mr. Organik on Instagram. That's MR Organic with a K instead of a C, one word straight across, and we're going to get that promo game through the roof. 3, yeah.
Have no fear, Mr. Organik is here, and this is Organically Speaking. Now listen, I only bring one of the individuals into this forum, and what I have today is one of the most legendary historical fighters of our time. We're talking about a monster. We're talking about a man that was the youngest ever super middleweight champion ever in history of life. Youngest ever in history, 20 years old when he accomplished this feat. So what we have today is David Benavidez, the monster. How you feeling, brother?
Feeling good, bro. First of all, I just want to thank you guys for inviting me out to the podcast, and I really appreciate it. And feel good, man. Feeling good.
That's a blessing, man. That's a blessing. Like I said, I always love boxers. It's one of my things I just had passion about. If you come from the streets, you gotta know how to fight. You know what I mean? If you can't fight, you ain't cool. Like, you could play a sport, but somebody talk trash, you can't slap them in the mouth. Come on, brother. You really a too. Yeah. So to be around a person of your level, man, is a blessing, man. So we're going to start straight from the seed, man. Where you come from? How did you get started? Like, you know what I mean?
So I come from Phoenix, Arizona. I was born there. I have an older brother, and my father is the one that got us into boxing. So basically, typical story, the little brother wants to be like the big brother. My brother's the one started boxing at 5 years old, and I started boxing at 3 years old. But, my main motivation was always my brother. My brother was a tough guy. I always wanted to be like him, and basically the same thing, you know what I mean? My dad didn't want nobody taking advantage of us. He didn't want nobody picking on me or my brother. So my dad taught us both boxing. And then the years kept going by, bro. And then it started really becoming a passion that we had for boxing. And, I just love boxing. We kept getting better and better at it. And, the rest is history. We're here today.
Most definitely. And people don't know, like, Phoenix is like, it's not talked about, but it's like a rough time out there. You know what I mean?
Phoenix is basically Mexico. You know, I mean, there's good parts in Phoenix, in Arizona, Scottsdale, and but where I was from, it wasn't a bad area. We weren't really in the hood or in the ghetto. You know what I mean? But the older you get, you know what I mean, especially the music when I was growing up to Chief Keef and all that shit. You just want to be around all the hoodlums, stuff like that. So it was cool in Phoenix. We made a lot of good friends over there, a lot of good people, but. I think towards the end of the day, when I was getting older, I felt like I just needed to move to a different spot to be more focused for myself and my career, because Phoenix is a lot of partying and a lot of out there. So, what I mean? If you let it consume you, that shit will take you over and there's no coming back from it. But we made the decision to go to Cali, and we were training hard in California. That's at the time, my brother, he had turned. He was the youngest to turn pro in the United States in the history of the U.S. He turned pro at 17, but he was training in the wild card with Freddie Roach. And at this time, I'd kind of stepped away from boxing because my parents were divorced. So I was with my mom, for like a year. Yeah. And at that time, I was like 11 or 12 years old, and that was the longest break I ever took. So I was 170 when my dad and my brother left, and then a year later, I'm 270.
Damn.
260.
I seen the picture. You got that big Michelin Man type.
I blew up, bro. And then I was like, one day I was just like, man, I was going to school, and, I looked at myself in the mirror one day and I didn't really recognize myself, bro. I'd gained like 120 pounds. And I was like, I'm going to hit a point of no return, or I'm going to just be obese, and I'm going to be mad at myself my whole life, or I could really use this to turn my life around, go to California and just try to lose weight. Turning pro wasn't even in my vision. You know what I mean? All I want to do is lose weight. But since the time, I've been boxing since 3 years old, and I got to Cali at 12, 13. So I already had 10 years boxing. So then my dad, when we just went 100% into it, I turned pro at 15, and we're here now. You know, it was a tough ride, bro. It was a tough ride. You know, a lot of times, you know, I wanted to give up a lot.
Right.
Well, my dad and my brother, you know, they always kept faith in me, kept pushing me, and you know, I owe everything to them.
Yeah, you gotta have that good, you know, that family dynamic, especially in a world of boxing where it's so hard. You know what I mean? Like not only the training, but it's physical. Like you gotta take punches, give punches. Everybody want to throw a punch. Not everybody want to receive that punch. So when you in this game, you got to come with both.
Yeah.
So having that brother, having that dad around you is very monumental. And like I said, you said you was in Phoenix. I lived there too at one point in time, and it's not no joke. When I was there, I was going back and forth from Nogales. If you know, you know.
Nogales, yeah.
I didn't go too much detail, but if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? So I had to change my life around too, and I found my focus in basketball. And I had people around me that helped me. So I know that feeling of, I got me something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, I got me something I could change my life with. It made me get in shape. It gave me a purpose, but now I can really do something with this. So when did it lock in? Like, okay, I changed my life. I'm losing weight. Now I can really do something with this.
So it really got into my mind that I could be a world champion when I was like 14 years old. Because I was in there. The funny thing about this too is I felt like I had to fight more for my respect than other people. Because I was always fat. People would always clown on me.
Right.
But after I'd get in the ring, beat that ass, nobody be talking shit.
Facts.
So the first day I went into wild card, my dad and my brother, they'd always brag about me because they knew how good I was, but I was just fat. And they'd tell everybody, he's like, my dad told people, like, yeah, so you think Jose's good? He's like, I got another one coming from Arizona. That's the real one that's gonna be really good. All right. And then I get there, like, that's the kid you guys are talking about, this fat little kid right here. So then I'd always hear that, bros, and that shit would get me so mad because, bro, I didn't get no respect. I had spent my whole life boxing. So then the only way I could get respect is beat the shit out of these people. So I was 14 years old. I was sparring grown men. I mean, the first guy I sparred in California, he was like 30 years old and he was like 220, but fucking straight muscle. I'm like, man, I mean, he might be buff, but he ain't shit. And I'm gonna show you guys right now. Beat the shit. So I was just beating, I was beating everybody up from like the top amateurs to like the professionals. And then one day I got the opportunity to spar with Kelly Pavlik. And at the time he was a good champion.
Oh, yeah.
And he was a really good champion. And I sparred with him. I was 15 years old. And I was scared, to be honest with you, because he was a world champion.
Facts.
You know, and this was my first big sparring. But I told my dad's always been crazy. He's like, I don't give a fuck, you're gonna go in there sparring.
Yeah, I wish your dad was here. I didn't see the videos.
And then I'm like, well, if my dad has faith in me, well, then he must know what he's talking about. I don't think my dad's gonna send me in there to get killed.
Right.
But if I would have let myself get killed, I would have got killed. But it's just that I always had that fire in me.
Right.
So I got in there with Kelly Pavlik, and we had a great sparring session. Even there's a video of Kelly Pavlik talking about me after the sparring session. He was like, "Man, this kid's gonna be a world champion after."
Wow.
And when he gets older, and then after then, my confidence just started growing. I went to Golovkin. I went to Big Bear and I sparred Gennady Golovkin. This was before he was known in the U.S. Triple G.
Historical.
And we had great sparring sessions. I sparred him when I was 15 years old, and then they liked me so much, they kept inviting me up. I was his main sparring partner. I sparred with him for years. And then just beating everybody up, bro. And that's where it got into my mind, like, man, I could really become world champion.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, bro, I didn't know how to do nothing else. I'm like, bro, this is the only thing I got.
Right.
So I'm not trying to go. I dropped out of school twice. I wasn't trying to get a job. So I'm like, okay, bro, my dad has supported me 100%. So I'm gonna put 100% into it. And I'm not gonna lie, it's the first time I talked about this when I was, so my career kept going.
Yeah.
When I was 19 years old. So imagine, bro, for you to win a world champion at 20 years old, that's really young.
Extremely.
I think the only other one that did that before was Mike Tyson.
Right.
So it's only like the least, Mike Tyson, Mayweather, other great fighters. But when I was 19, I was coming up in the ranks. I was like 4 or 5 in the WBC, and they're talking about me fighting a world championship. And I was freaked out, bro. I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready or not. You know what I mean? And this is a lot of pressure on me. Like, I don't want to let nobody down. But it was just, just being scared, because once you get to this level, bro, it's scary.
Yeah.
And I told my dad, I'm like, bro, I want to go back to Phoenix. I want to go back home because I didn't really see my mom in a long time. Like, bro, I just want to go home. And my dad told me, he's like, you know what? I'm going to give you a choice. You want to go back to Phoenix, you're never going to come back a champion. He's like, you're going to stay there.
Right.
Your career's going to die there. I'm like, well, I'm going to just see what happens, bro. Like, I already put a lot of work into this shit. And whatever happens in my mind, I'm going to just train as hard as I can, prepare as hard as I can. And whatever happens, happens. And, that's the one thing I want to tell everybody too, that, bro, as long as you come prepared, you put your faith in God's hands and work as hard as you can, bro, then that's just give your best into it. And then you might just accomplish what you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
that's the thing about it, that before you accomplish it, it looks scary, it looks impossible.
Right.
You don't know if you could accomplish it. But as long as you just stay working hard, preparing hard, and put 100% into it, and you could accomplish your dreams. And that's exactly what happened to me.
Yeah, that's a blessing, because most people run away from that. That's why you are in the position you are, because you took those leaps of faith. You faced your fears. Most people run from them.
Yeah.
Fear is so evil. That's the devil.
Yeah.
That's why it sounds so similar. There ain't a few letters off that it's right there. It look the same, right? So if you don't face those fears, you'll never go to legendary status. I've been watching this show on Netflix, Vikings, and all they was going for was the top every time.
Yeah.
They didn't give a damn if they couldn't wait to die.
Yeah.
Let's go. But they're not, because they moving without fear. So you're going to keep winning.
Yeah.
And all you're doing is get these accolades every time you face your fears.
Yeah, exactly.
And 99% of people are never going to do that.
Yeah.
That's why the names you name, you're a part of them.
Yeah.
Because you went through the fire.
Yeah.
You felt the fear. I want to go to mama. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever going to happen, because you believed and you went for it. And that's a blessing.
Yeah.
Do you feel that your destiny was for you to be out of shape so you could build that more dog in you? Like, I feel like that was a potent part of your success, that you were out of shape, that it gave you a drive and a hatred to playing with you, so you beat the dog shit out of everybody.
Yeah, so that definitely was 100%. And the thing about me, why I'm always so ready, is because when I was younger, I mean, I'd have to shave the weight off, and I'd spend more time in camp than the regular person. But once I'd get in the fight, then I'd smoke them in stamina, punch output, everything. I would just outwork them in everything. So that kind of was a blessing in disguise. And it did, bro, at the end of the day, like, when I would go in there and I'd feel disrespected, that really put that anger into me. Like, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Right.
And that's what happened every time. But, I'm glad I had that chip on my shoulder.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that's really what helped me push through to the top.
Yeah, and that most people don't see, because they just go off the physical all the time. Like, if you know fighting, you know life, you know, like, man, you can't judge nobody how they look now. Like, we were just talking about this when I first came in here. Like, I think of the movie Rambo, like, he was chilling. He came through the town, leave me alone. They kept with him. And he killed everybody, sat in the woods and built a tent, and everybody was gone. This is the most Green Beret mother in life.
Yeah.
Y'all play with that man.
Yeah.
Leave people alone.
Yeah.
Only defend yourself if you got to. Don't be out here with people because how they look and judging them. You better move accordingly.
Yeah.
And now you are the monster you are today. And you got size on you. Like, when I'm 6', 230 pounds, I'm like, damn, this look a boxer this weight.
Yeah.
So I know you ain't no regular person.
Yeah.
So that's a blessing that you be able to adjust that.
Yeah.
You still could use your weight to your advantage, because you used to be at a certain weight.
Yeah.
You think that's an advantage too? That
No,
you
yeah, it definitely is an advantage. When I fight, I don't go up too much, like 15 pounds, but I think I use my size, my height, my reach. I use everything to my advantage. I feel like for you in this boxing, you got to use everything that you have to your advantage.
Yeah. Did you ever want to go to Olympics or anything like that?
Nah, so the thing about me, I only had 15 amateur fights. The thing about it so when you fight amateur, you have to make weight every day.
Right.
So I was not going to do that, bro. I couldn't even make weight one time. So that's why I didn't fight a lot in the amateurs. But I had always been in the gym, and that's why my brother, he was really good in the amateurs. It was like 15 or 16 national champ.
Yeah.
He was really good, but for me, I didn't really like the amateurs. It was I was more in the professional game.
Dope. And your brother was in Creed, right?
Yeah, he's in Creed.
Yeah, that was legendary movie,
Yeah,
man.
so my brother, he was a great fighter too, bro. He just went through a lot of stuff in his life. You know what I mean? That kind of, I don't want to say took the motivation out. It's just that, he got shot in his leg in Phoenix in front of his house. Yeah. And then he had the tough fight with Crawford. And you know what I mean? So I still think my brother's one of the best fighters today.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's just that sometimes you go through a lot of stuff, and he hasn't had the chance to really redeem himself, but he's still working hard, and he's probably gonna get a fight soon.
Yeah, he got that dog in him. He a different type of individual. He's somebody be like, don't play with that in and out the ring. You can see it in his eyes. Yeah. But that up and down of that fighting is different, right? Because when you lose, you lose. Yeah. You gotta go home, your wife, your kids, and you know what I mean? If you get knocked, that's a different type of feeling. So the mental game of fighting is at a whole nother echelon of understanding. Yeah. How was that, like, being in that ring, knowing if I go down, I got to deal with this later? You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, I've never dealt with that. Right. Personally, I've seen it up close because my brother, it's really sad, bro. When I've seen my brother lose, and, I love my brother a lot. So when he comes back in the dressing room, we're crying and shit, so it's hard to deal with.
Hell yeah.
So, I mean, him taking those losses kind of felt like I took the losses too. So now, I try to prepare as much as I can, bro, because I don't want to put my family through that, especially my kids. And you know what I mean? It's hard, bro. When my brother lost to Terrence Crawford, bro, I was crying a lot.
I bet you was.
That fucking sucked. So, I mean, it's just, I don't ever want to put my kids through that. I don't want to put my family through that, you know, but it is what it is, bro. Sometimes you might have to go through shit like that. And then that's what we're prepared to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put it all on the line.
Yeah. Some fighters, when they take an L, they come back way more ferocious. Even if it's a couple. Like, everybody want that old like Mayweather, but that's so rare. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
So the thing about it too is I think now they've made too much of a big deal of making it be that like you have to be undefeated.
Right.
And I think they just wait too long after the losses. That's why I have a lot of respect for the UFC fighters, bro. A lot of them motherfuckers have like 10 losses, but they'll still be like 5-time world champ, this and that. And they come back right away. So I feel like it's not about the loss, it's about how you come back after the loss.
Right. Because that's just war. Like once again, I watch these battles and documentaries of different, you know, warlords or, you know, dictators, and you lose a lot of battles, but it's all about the war at the end. It doesn't matter what happened in between. Who's holding the trophy at the end? Who got all the belts?
Exactly.
Who beat all these? They ain't really counting them losses when you didn't knock down all these top level individuals. You know what I'm saying? So I used to love to go in there with the Hitman and you know what I'm saying, Ray Leonard. Them fought everybody. And they got L's, but they up there in the rafters. A lot of these motherfuckers picking and choosing. You ain't in the rafters, man.
And then the thing about that too, not only even about the losses, but sometimes the losses might still end up in a legendary fight.
Most definitely.
You got Gargoyle versus Aaron Pryor. I don't know if you've seen that fight, but that fight is a legendary fight. I mean, Arguello lost, but he did some great work.
Most definitely.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of fights like that, but I just feel like now, bro, a lot of people are just scared to lose their L, but that's why you got to be 100% ready.
Right.
So that's why I'm ready to fight whoever it is, because I know I'm ready for whoever it is. But this boxing game now is a lot of people don't want to take that risk no more.
Yeah, they just want to, you know, and I get the business, so we can't underestimate the business aspect of it, right? Because at the end of the day, we don't want to be, you know what I'm saying, famous and glorious, but don't have the bag, because a lot of fighters go out that way, right? So the business has to be implemented. We got to really pay attention. We don't want to pick and choose, but damn it, we got to know who's going to get, I got family now. I don't want to be these motherfuckers who had all the trophies and they did broken, begging for signing autographs till they 70. So we got to implement that too, but we still got to be a dog. How do you balance that? Like, I will fight anybody, anytime, anywhere, but I got to make sure my business right and make sure my family good.
So the thing about how I'm trying to, you know, take care of that in my life. You know, I'm trying to open up businesses. You know, I just opened up my first business, Easy Bocce.
Congratulations
so I'm excited about that. And then just like, you know, boxing is not everything, bro. You have to be smart outside of boxing. I'm trying to get my real estate game up too. And, you know, I don't know. I think you can't just depend on that boxing check always. You know, you always have to find different ways to become an entrepreneur or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So now I'm trying to get the money I get from boxing and try to put in business ventures or whatever it is, and just keep growing my stock at the end of the day like that.
Yeah, it's very important.
I mean, but I can't really speak for anybody, because it's hard. It's hard for everybody just to get a business going on. You know what I mean? So, but I think at the end of the day, you just got to bite that bullet and just try it, bro. Have faith in whatever you do.
Because people underestimate that part too. They say, "Oh, be smart with your money." Look, I just got it. He said he got a business. Okay, let me give you 100,000, run it. That's go down. God damn it. He been doing it for 20 years. Real estate man. Okay. You can handle my money. Here you go. That go down. God damn it. We don't know. We from the hood. I'm trying to learn too. So even that is learning on the fly. You take your wins and losses in that. We got to learn financial literacy. We got to learn who do we trust in this field. We can't just beat their ass and shoot them like we in the streets no more. This business. They going to call the police. I want to get you, brother, but I'm going to go to jail. I can't do that.
And then two, it's not only that, you got to find like a good tax accountant to help you. Bro, I was getting whacked. First couple of years I was making boxing, I had a horrible accountant, but now shout out to Bob and all my accountants, man. They're amazing. They save me a lot of money, and it's a lot of stress off my back, bro. But you got to find that one good accountant, because there'll be some accountants that are pieces of shit.
Right. So the more money, more problems is very true, right?
Yeah.
Because the weight you have when you got that bag is way more. I got a, man, what? One false move 1 year, I could be obliterated. All this work, 1 year gone. All this work, tax man, I ain't pay him. Oh, shit, they take him shit.
And then they charge you the interest. And hella money on the interest.
Why you charge me interest? Okay, you got me. Let me work on something to get you back. You gonna put the interest? Y'all so greedy, but don't play with them. You know what I'm saying? You have to learn the business, own the business of the money. It's a beautiful thing. So then, what was your biggest fight when you like, I'm the monster, I'm the man.
So the biggest fight probably was the one I really felt the most proud of was the Caleb Plant fight. Because I had been wanting to fight him for a long time, and then everybody showed out. The event was good. there's some things about having fights, and there's some things about having fights that actually live up to the moment. So that fight, it was amazing. Everybody had a great time, and you know, I really showed everybody why I'm the best.
Right.
And but I've had pretty good. I've had a lot of really good wins. You know, I had the Pork in Medina. I think that's one of my most important ones.
Yeah.
Because I was 20 years old, and so give you a little backstory about the fight. This dude, tough dude, bro, tough dude. The fight that he had fought before he had fought me, he had fought a world title fight.
Right.
But a lot of people thought he had got robbed. So he was basically the world champion. He was fighting me, so we're fighting a title eliminator. This dude was tough. I think I was like 19 years old, or I had just turned 20 or something like that, and it's a tough fight, bro. And that really, I really had to fight heart to heart with that guy because that wasn't going down. And I showed out, you know, and I showed everybody why I am who I am. And you know what I mean? That was just a beautiful feeling at that point in my career, because we had the biggest win in my victory, and I was put in line to fight for a title shot.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, man, the next one, I would say the next fight after was a title fight, but I didn't really like that fight too much. Not because of the fight, but because I had a lot of shit going on like 3 weeks before my uncle had died. This was my uncle that died. And so I really couldn't train. And then the week of the fight, I got like a flu, or I don't know, I got poisoned and shit, bro. So I'm dealing with my uncle passing away, and I'm dealing with, you know, me being sick. But I was like, man, it's just, you know, I'm gonna put everything into it. Like, I just came too far to just, you know, not put everything into it and get beat right here.
Right.
So that was a good fight, but it's just, you know, because my uncle died, I didn't really like how that shit happened. So yeah.
Did that weigh heavy on you at the time?
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know.
So it kind of took away from the title fight, you know what I mean?
But you know you won the title for him, so it still is a good thing.
Yeah.
But, you know, we don't want to lose nobody.
No,
you know what I mean? Especially somebody close to you.
Yeah.
So that's legendary, though, that, you know, you got like a trophy for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I got it from my uncle.
Yeah, definitely.
That's historical.
Yeah.
So, boom. I watched the Crawford and your brother fight, and it was like, that was a serious fight, right? Do you feel like, let me get vengeance from my brother?
I've been wanting to get, I would love to get it. I just don't think it would come up. Well, I mean, I'm not even at 168 no more.
Right.
But I mean, I would love to fight Crawford, or even spar. I would love to spar Crawford.
Yeah.
The thing about that fight that was so funny, bro, they hated each other. Right. My brother and Crawford, they hated. So Crawford is a street dude. My brother's a street dude too, bro. Yeah. So the thing that was funny, so we had went to Omaha the last 3 weeks of the fight. So we're there training. So my brother's like, nah, I want to go show love to everybody in his hood. He goes to his barbershop. Right. And then the barber's like, yeah, you know, this is Crawford's barbershop. He's like, I don't give a f***, let him come in here. Right. Right. Like, yeah, we like you. Yeah, you got balls.
Facts.
So then we're doing that, showing everybody love. And then the people, they're responding good. Because there's a lot of Mexican people in Omaha too. Sure. So they were showing love. And then we had the what was it? The media workout. Yeah. The media workout was like the Wednesday of the week of the fight. And we put the address in, and they send us to Crawford's gym, bro. So he got like 100 people in the gym. We're in the ring. Everybody's outside, like talking shit. And I'm like, damn, bro, we're going to have to get down right here. So like, and then Crawford comes in. And then my brother's, oh, you stupid. He's like, you tell your... I don't even want to say it. No. My brother was just being disrespectful, bro. He was being disrespectful. And then Crawford's like, no, your mom was a this and that. I'm like, fuck, bro, we're going to have to fight these dudes right here, bro. Right. And then we make it to the weigh-in. And then I'm walking up to the stage to see him weigh in. And then I look up and I see Crawford swinging my brother. I'm like, what the f*** is going on? Like, did he hit my brother? But he didn't hit him. But my brother, he just likes to put that pressure on. He pushed him at the weigh-in. Crawford swung and he dodged it. So that shit was dope, bro. It was a good experience. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
It was a good fight. It was a really good fight. My brother's part, you know, Crawford went there, did what he did, but I feel like my brother showed that dog in him, and he showed why he's at the top, that top level. So it was a good experience.
Yeah, people don't know like it's hoods everywhere, Nebraska, and I had a friend pass away in Nebraska on some street stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because
Nebraska's crazy too.
Yeah, people don't know that, and Nebraska's I don't even know either. And the crazy thing about it, we was doing some street things. We supposed to went out to win them. I ain't going to keep it real. Homie, it's organically speaking, right? Mm-hmm. There's a guy I used to do business with on some other stuff. Mm-hmm. But I ain't gonna lie, we was gonna go out there and get some shit. I was gonna rob him and leave him there. I wasn't gonna kill him though. I was gonna take You know what I'm saying? But what happened was he kind of caught on and left us. So he brought his dad. And what happened, him and his dad actually got killed out there.
Yeah.
By the guys out there. So I was going to take the money and, you know what I mean? I was going to get you, brother, but I was going to let you live. But RIP to him because, he died in Nebraska, which is crazy. So that's why I always hear about Nebraska. I'm like, that motherfucker ain't on the play now.
Nah, I think even Crawford got shot in his hood, in his
that's
head.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's real.
His head, it's crazy out there, bro. I feel like every city, bro, every city has its trenches, and, every city has its bad spots. So, now that you get older, bro, even when I was younger, bro, I had a lot of friends that are knuckleheads, and but now it's just better not even to surround yourself with that, because you might be at the wrong place at the wrong time. And even somebody that's not even involved in anything, like me, I wasn't involved in shit, but there was some situations that are really scary, and I'm like, no, it's not. I don't even want to be nothing around that at all.
Yeah, once I understood I was somebody, I removed myself from all those situations. You know what I'm saying? I almost like right now I'm a hermit. You'll never see me out in no clubs or nothing.
Better,
I've been that way since I got success because I know I was on the opposite side. I was the guy you had to worry about. So now it's like, oh, I'm the person that I got to worry about.
Yeah.
I retired my mom. Something happened to me. Who gonna do that? You know what I'm saying? Who gonna take care of my nephews and nieces? So it's like you have enlightenment when you live both sides of the fence.
Yeah.
And it's a blessing, but it's also like it gives you a sense of paranoia of like, damn, this really happened.
But I think that's what people need sometimes too. People be too trusting, bro.
Facts.
You don't never know who's watching you in the club, in the restaurant. You have to be really careful about how you move.
Facts, and it's very important. Like as we know, you saw the video of me when the guy tried to ride me. You know me, he picked the wrong. Give me that. I tried to kill him, but God was on my side too. But I understood. I come from the other side. I seen you working, brother. I'm gonna get you.
Yeah.
So like people being too free out here, and that's why when young people get that money, a lot of bad happens.
Yeah.
They get girls set them up, or you know what I mean. Guy rob them. There was a friend. So that's why I thank God I got my success later in life.
Yeah.
So when you did that with your first title, when was the next title you got?
So. Also, this comes back to like the stuff we had going on in Phoenix. I got a little bit too comfortable. I was like the young kid that I didn't really have too much friends. Cause I was just hanging out with my brother, and I was kind of like insecure because how fat I was. And then you get older, just because you lose weight, that does not leave you.
Right.
So I'm getting invited to parties and I'm drinking, and I mean I got suspended because I got tested positive for cocaine.
Right.
And that put me back. Now that I think about it, bro, I was just still dealing with the death of my uncle. Right. And, that's kind of how to escape.
Yeah.
I had a lot of time to think about it. And, I was doing too much back then. And I wasn't, giving my career the respect it deserved. And I got everything taken away from me. So I was, at that time, I had made like $1 million. I wasted it. Got suspended, and I had nothing for a whole year. Everything got taken. I literally got taken away from me overnight. My belt, I had wasted my money because I'm an idiot. I didn't know how to manage money. So now I'm living tight for this whole year. I can't box. I don't got no money coming in. So that really kind of like made me smarter and I got back into it. The year came. I wasn't suspended anymore. I fought J. Leon Love at Texas, and then I had back into the world title shot when I was 21 or 22, something like that. So I won the second world title after Boo Boo. I mean, after Anthony Durrell.
Okay.
I think you've seen his brother Andre Durrell. Yeah, I fought his brother. Yeah, so it was a great fight. And then, I won another interim title. And then now I went to 175, I won interim title. So, a lot of people, they like to criticize and stuff like that because, I be coming out with all my belts and stuff. Like, why those belts are old. Bro, at the end of the day, WBC belt is a WBC belt. A lot of people never even get to see that. So I'm proud of my accolades. And, I got 4 belts now.
Damn right.
Now I'm in position to fight for all the belts at 175, whoever the winner may be of Bertabev and Bivol. So I'm really focused. I'm really motivated. I think a big part of that is my wife and my kids.
Yeah.
You have kids?
No kids.
Bro, so when I have my kids, bro, it just really turned my whole life around and just like really made me focus 100%. Yeah. And now I just live for them, and I'm just completely focused, and I'm just excited for the future, and that's why I keep working hard. I mean, you guys see me at the gym working every day.
Twice a day, yeah, it's crazy.
Twice a day, and I'm not even in training camp right now, so I'm going to keep working hard, and I know exactly what I want. I feel like once you know what you want, you're working at it, you think about it in your head more and more and more. You see the clear picture, and it manifests into your life. But you just got to put the work in.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. The more you believe, the more you're going to work.
Yeah.
The more you work, the more, you know what I'm saying, you know your goal is going to happen.
Yeah.
See, people want to believe, but they don't want to do the work part. Or they going to work, but they ain't even believing they halfway doing it. You ain't working for real. You ain't got no progression.
Yeah.
If you believe, you going to see it. I tell people all the time, if I don't look at you and think you crazy how hard you're working, you're not going hard enough. You're never going to achieve nothing, brother. You got to be going maniac.
Yeah.
They got to be like, hey, brother, you got to calm down.
Yeah.
No, I ain't calming nothing down. It's every day. It's all day. I got to get it.
Yeah.
And them the people that are successful.
Yeah, and that's the only way too.
Right. And if we want to do it big, we got to go big.
Yeah.
People be halfway in, halfway out. How you going to be up there in the rafters?
And that's the thing too I tell everybody, bro. If you really want to make your dream come true, you can't be looking at the clock ready to clock out. You got to be ready to put as much hours in as it takes to get to where you want to get to.
Right. Because nothing is given. Nothing is deserved. Everything is earned.
Yeah.
So boom. I see you moved up in weight, had your last fight. How you feel about your last fight? It was kind of controversial. You won, it all that matters.
Yeah.
But some people, even you was like, I could have did better.
Yeah, so I mean, I had a good fight. The thing about it that I know, it's the first time I'm talking about it right now. I had a lot of injuries, bro. So I was basically handicapped in that fight. I had like a month and a half before I torn this tendon right here. And they told me I needed 2 months to let it heal. I'm like, bro, I don't got that. So fuck it. I'm working around it using jab. And I hit somebody in the top of the head during sparring. This shit swells up. I go get it checked out. They tell me the same 5-6 weeks. I'm like, bro, I have that. So then it was like 4 weeks left to the fight. So I took like 2 weeks off or a week off. I think it was 5 weeks left. So I took 2 weeks off, not using my hands. In the first sparring session, first or second, I've sparred 3 sparring partners, 4, 4, and 4. I'm getting everybody, bro. It's probably it was a really good sparring session. I'm really satisfied with myself at the time. 5 seconds left, I go back to the corner. I think I'm going to block a shot. They hit me with one here. Shit gets cut.
Damn.
Split open, bro. I almost started crying, brother. I was like, fuck, bro. Like, bro, I'm dealing with so much shit. There's 2 weeks left to the fight. Like, bro, like, what am I going to do? I got like 10 little stitches here.
Damn.
I think there was like 15 days left to the fight. So I'm like, bro, like this is, and I was really excited because this was the first big card PBC it did. Yeah. Me and Tank fighting on the same card. It was major. So I'm like, bro, I'm like, you know what, bro? I'm not gonna pull out. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna stay in the fight, and whatever I gotta fight through is whatever I gotta fight through. So I got cortisone in my hand, both hands, and I'm warming up in the back dressing room. I'm letting that shit rip because I can't feel my hand supposedly. Right. After the last left hook I threw, I felt it swelling up. Oh my God, bro! And this is my main weapon, right? And this one's already up too, so that's why I started pretty fast. I was trying to get him out of there. Every time I sit on my shots, I'd hurt him. But then after the 4th round, bro, I had to just start slapping because I couldn't even do nothing, bro. Right. And this one was hurting too. And then, but it was a good performance, bro. I mean, boxing it's not going to be easy ever. Right. This guy was an ex-silver medalist in the Olympics. Come on. And I think he had 2 titles. Right. He only has 1 loss. So he was a tough fighter. And, you know, I'm proud of my performance. I think I won 9 rounds out of the 12 against the world, against an elite fighter. So that's pretty good for me.
Yeah, that's historical.
I think it just, I was a little disappointed too because sometimes we put too much pressure on ourselves. Like, oh, I'm going to knock him out. It's my first fight at 175. I'm going to show everybody. But then I was kind of handicapped. I'm like, you know what? It was a good fight, bro. Like, I can't be mad at myself.
Yeah, and that's how it go. Like, it just make your story greater later. It add to the glory. Because if you just went out flatline, you probably been like satisfied. Like, I know. Well, now you like, oh, now you're in the gym twice a day.
But a lot of fighters would have pulled out.
Yeah,
from
for
a cut.
Oh, a cut.
I had 3 injuries, bro. This shit was up. This shit was fucked up and a cut. And so I'm just like, I'm still surprised I went through with it. And I think that speaks volumes about my character. Man, I said I was not going to let I was not going to do people like that.
You the monster, brother. That's why you are who you are. Mm-hmm. You hear what I'm saying? Like, you have that name for a particular reason. Yeah. That proves it. 3 major injuries that one of them be like, I can't make my thinking hand. This one, damn, especially a cut. Moving up in weight. Yeah. All that, I can't embarrass myself on the tank card. Yeah. Let me just step back, ready for next one. No, got to die, got to lose. What's up? Let's go. Yeah. Historical. Yeah. Now, the name The Monster, where did you get that from?
So it was, I had sat down, I did a podcast with Mike Tyson. And back then, my promoter, Samson Lukowitz, he called me El Bandera Roja. So it kind of means the red flag. And that kind of wanted to like mean danger. Right. I liked it, but I didn't really like it like that. But since he, he gave me the nickname, I was like, I'm gonna honor my promoter.
Right.
And then one day I'm doing a interview with Mike Tyson, and he's like, you know what? You know what you are, Dave? He's like, you're a Mexican monster.
Mm.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that's
I like
hard.
that.
That's tough.
So, but people get it mixed up. My name it's a Mexican monster or El Monstro.
Yeah.
I like people when it's just a monster. I'd rather them say it in Spanish, El Monstro. But they're just calling me the monster. It's not monster. It's El Monstro.
El Monstro.
El Monstro.
That sound more promotion. So I can watch out now. Hear that? But, I like that.
But then it's El Monstro, Mexican monster. And Mike Tyson gives you a nickname, bro. So you got to have to stick with that. So I mean, I like that the nickname. So I mean, and just from it coming from Mike Tyson, a fighter that I looked up to my whole life, it just makes me really motivated, bro. That I even had the support from him.
Yeah, that's monumental because Mike is one of those ones, like he's literally like a historical like archive of life. Like people see the boxing when he was 20. You gotta understand he probably had 5 top level lives. I ain't gonna lie, the Mike I see now that be talking so freely when he tell them good stories, you be like I have my kids, I haven't want them of you. Be like, hold on, mother, you gonna say that? I feel you, but damn, he be so free speaking that is some of the most legendary talk I ever seen in my life from an individual. We already know he had to, he read so many books, so he's well read. So when he goes into depth, only top level people can understand. So when he gave you that name, that's coming from a real, like a historical poet type. You know what I'm saying? Like one of them scholars of our time.
And when I was talking to Mike Tyson, it was just so cool too, bro, because he's like, I feel like with us boxers, he gravitates more towards them. There's a lot of situations that we went through that was kind of the same, bro. So he basically has advice for everything. Everything that was happening in my life, he was telling me, good advice, about everything. So I was just really, really grateful to meet these guys. And it's not only Mike Tyson, I met Mike Tyson, Oscar De La Hoya, Marco Antonio Barrera, Juan Manuel Marquez, and, just the level of support I've got from all these guys, bro. It's just, I'm just blessed to be rubbing shoulders with one of the greatest fighters, some of the greatest fighters of all time.
Yeah, and they give you a lot of love. And people, make fun of De La Hoya because, the pantyhose with everyone on. And
you're a bad
but but not one person I ever heard talk about not when that Golden Boy knocking out now. He was a bad.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like De La Hoya was that guy.
Yeah.
So people talk shit about he funny, he hilarious, but don't get it fucked up.
He'll still fuck some shit up.
I think he still ever stand him up in the corner and put him in the Chester bag, you know what I'm saying? Leave him alone. So he's funny. So what's your top 5 boxers of all time?
My top 5 boxers of all time, probably, I wouldn't put them in order, but the 5 I like the most is probably Mike Tyson, Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, Juan Manuel Marquez. I don't know, bro. I'm just like a boxing historian. I love Zab Judah, Sugar Ray Leonard, Robert Duran, Roberto Duran, Aaron Pryor, Joe Frazier. There's just so much, bro. I can't pick a top 5.
You know what I'm saying? That if he was during this time, he'd be the most legendary in the world right now. You'd probably be like, yeah, you're right. Prince Hassan.
Oh, Prince Nassim. It was one of my favorites. I forgot about him.
Princess Act with the goddamn chariots with the but he really had that shit though.
Flying carpet.
Oh, he was acting crazy. I should be at home like, the Prince fight. I'm finna watch this. He coming in on the carpet, and then he flipping the ring. But he really was Doc Ock. You know what I'm saying?
It was a beast, and he would like. In my opinion, he was Floyd before Floyd. Obviously, Floyd made more money, but he was a bad guy first.
Come on now.
He was, bro. He had his trash talk was A1. The thing about him, he always made it into a show, bro.
Right.
Was a beast. He's one of my favorite fighters too.
Talk crazy back then, like it was brushing. He was first with the hair.
Yeah.
Damn, Prince, I see what legendary.
Let me comb my hair real quick. Damn, I'm looking good.
What? Like he was talking crazy, and then go to work though with the trunk with the leather.
Yeah.
Come on, man,
the
Prince,
cheetah print.
legendary motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, his hands, right?
I think he just after he took that loss from Marco Antonio Barrera, I think it just took it out of him. It's just sometimes people, I wish he would have kept boxing, but some people just take losses different. And he was making a lot of money at the time.
For sure.
I think at that time, bro, he's probably making 10, 20 million.
Right.
Because those are the first little guys to get that type of money. So he was touching bread, bro. So
they don't talk about him like that. They needed, because that's the counter talk. That all Prince, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like, man, he needs his flowers a little bit more, but legendary. So what you think for your next fight, right? What you anticipating that's going to be and who it's going to be?
So right now we're still not 100%, but we hear that we're gonna be on December 14th on the undercard of Errol Spence. He's gonna be main event. I think he's gonna fight Fundora.
Oh yeah, the
and
tall
I'll be
dude.
co-main event. So and the people, you know, there's some people I want to clear some up. You know, people are saying that, oh yeah, he's an undercard fighter. So the only reason I'm doing this, bro, is to give the fans what they want to see. You know, it's better once you see two main fighters on one card.
Yeah.
You know, and then at the end of the day, bro, I don't have no ego, bro. As long as they pay me what I'm getting paid, you put me first fight. I don't give a.
That's
but
a problem.
Give me still have my check right. You guys can put me whatever you want, but as long, I think at the end of the day, when I think about this type of thing, I think about the little kids and the fans.
Right.
They're gonna be happy because they got to see Tank, and then they got to see me in one card. Now they're seeing Errol Spence and they're seeing me in one card. You know what I mean? So I think at the end of the day, that's just better for the sport, you know, and I think at the end of the day too, we need to take notes from the UFC because they know how to put cards on, bro.
Major.
I'm a big UFC fan, and all their cards are fire.
Yeah.
So I think if boxing could put that, we could put that in our stuff in boxing. I think boxing would take over the fighting, the combat sport again.
Yeah, and I think that is a problem with boxing is that there's so many egos involved. Yeah. If y'all work together and be like the UFC, it'd be more historical, you know what I'm saying, like whole situation. Like the was that Rider season, what is it called?
Yeah, exactly.
How he putting them together, that's how it's supposed to be. And fight again and again and again.
Yeah.
Run that bag up, but build that audience up. This is not the old days when it just the word of mouth grew up. We got to have the presence of winning and fighting, seeing the people. They got to build it together. So going with a big-time fighter and you a big-time fighter, how can you lose?
Yeah.
Got too much ego and pride and worry about other people thinking instead of the business and growing your fan base. Yeah. Like you already that guy, but you with another guy that's that guy, we build together.
So the thing about that is too is like, so say Gervonta, he has a shitload of fans. So when I went in there, I mean, I'm sure people like my fans, people that didn't even know who I was. I'm sure I gained a fan then, right? Because they were there. They see me put in work in person. So that's the other thing too. You just got to steal other people's fans. Yeah. And that's how you build a fan base. You build a bigger fan base. And at the end of the day, you just want to deliver great fights to the fans of boxing. Right. And then at the same time, shit, he got some of your fans. We build and we grow. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you gave him props. And you said that from the beginning. It's an honor. He said it's an honor with you. We need to see that more. Yeah. Because we need boxing to be what it is. These are our gladiators of our time. Yeah. These are the people that we like, damn, everybody can't do this shit. I don't give the toughest person in the street ain't finna get in that goddamn ring. Yeah. Get your ass obliterated. So we need to look at you guys in hard regard. We need to keep pushing that up, and things like that is gonna do so. Yeah. So of course you already know the elephant in the room. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna take Canelo to get in there and get his ass beat by the monster, man? Well, how can we get this to go on, brother? So to be honest with you, bro, I think Canelo's a great fighter. Yeah. You know what I mean? I would love to get in the ring with him. I believe in myself. I believe I'll beat the shit out of him. Well, other people think that he'll beat me, but at the end of the day, let's just show the fans. You know what I mean? Let's put two great fighters in the ring together and let's get it. But as of right now, it's not gonna happen. The only way I think I can entice him into a fight is just what I'm doing now. And what I'm doing now is I'm gonna fight. I'm already #1 in line to fight for all 4 belts at 175. The winner better be even Bivol. Obviously, I take care of my work in December, and then March we'll fight. I win all 4 belts, and then that way, because Canelo, he says that I can't offer him nothing. Right. Now, if I have all 4 major world titles at 175, in my head, that's the only way that fight's gonna happen. And you know what I mean? And it'd be a great fight. Maybe we could do a catch weight. He could put the 168-pound belts. I could put the 175-pound belts, and we could fight together. And winner take all. Right. But that's, in my opinion, the only way I see it. So it's probably 2 years. But I don't know. I don't want to get people excited, bro. I've been waiting for this for like the past 5 years. It don't happen. So I don't know. We just got to be patient. But you see how it works. Like the Manny Pacquiao Floyd, we wanted that 5-6 years before it happened. The biggest fight ever. Yeah. You becoming bigger, more famous, more glorious in that time. Yeah. So it's like you chasing down the old lion. I feel like with me, I have more of an advantage because I'm 27 years old right now. I turned 28 in December. So I'm barely getting into my prime. So if he takes 5 years, bro, I'm gonna be what, like 32? He's gonna be what, 37, something like that. So I mean, I feel like I got all the advantages right now. So I just got to keep winning, keep getting this experience, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm fighting bigger crowds. I'm fighting better opponents, and I'm just getting more and more confidence at the end of the day. So I think it's his mistake that he's not fighting me now because I'm less experienced. Once he fights me, bro, I think I'm just gonna be too much for him.
Yeah, and that's how it's gonna go. It's like you holding off the inevitable. So all that do is gonna make it worse for you later.
Yeah.
And like I said, all you do is growing bigger and bigger and bigger on all aspects. Not only getting more experience, getting better with the weights, getting better with notoriety. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be so ready, and he gonna be so down. It's gonna be bad for him.
And then also too is just the momentum of winning every single fight. That's a big part of it too. The momentum.
Hell yeah.
I feel like right now I can't be stopped, bro. Imagine I'm beating these people up with all these injuries.
Yeah.
Imagine me 100%.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why nobody can with me, bro. Because I really believe in myself 100%.
Yeah.
I'm willing to put it to the test against anybody.
Against anybody. There's nobody you be like, man, I don't know.
Sometimes when you think like that, that helps you into the camp. Because sometimes if you have a little bit of fear in the camp, you're really putting in that work because you know how dangerous an opponent is.
Yeah.
So it's just at the end of the day, bro, you just have to have, I mean, sometimes you get nervous, but bro, that's really, you need that nervous energy to put you in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like I said, I'm willing to put it to the test against anybody. This is really, I really have faith in my heart that this is what I was put on this earth to do.
Right. I believe so too. So if you had a guy from the past, all the greats, we go to Four Kings, whoever you want, who you be like, this would be my perfect matchup for me, for somebody in the past.
Like all them fighters back then are better than the ones
Them motherfuckers are different. I'll be watching that old, like what, the Hitman and all that?
Thomas Hearns had a crazy
Oh
right
my
hand.
God, and Marvin Hacker with the big ass helmet head.
Tough as
God
fuck.
damn.
Sugar Ray Leonard was so fucking fast.
He hit that kidney. Ooh.
Yes, I mean, if I would fight anybody.
Stone's head. Durant with the
Yeah, I mean, if I would fight anybody from back then, I think I would love to go up against Sugar Ray Leonard just because how much of a legend he was. But you know, I'll be honored to share the ring with any one of them.
Yeah, and Sugar Ray was the first one really getting that bag. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He was a famous
Yeah.
Like Sugar Ray was out there, but he get in that ring and beat ass.
I think he was the first one to touch 100 million in a fight. Right. I think with that Duran fight, he made some crazy money like that, bro. Imagine that was like 80s.
Come on, Ray still be getting the bag. He's still out there with the He out there still calm.
So the thing about him too, bro, so sometimes I look at these boxers, bro, it's not all about boxing, it's just about how they move outside. Like Sugar Ray Leonard, he don't have to do for the rest of his life. De La Hoya's like that too.
Cold.
Canelo, I don't like Canelo, but he's like that too, bro. They're all smart.
He got like oil and shit.
The thing about boxing too, bro, if you want to just, you know, live comfortable for your rest of life, you got to start like investing in businesses and do other shit, bro. And these guys, they really set the blueprint out to do that. So, I mean, I feel other boxers, if you guys are listening too, it's not all about boxing too. You got to put that ferocity and that intensity that you put in boxing into your businesses.
Yeah, you got to, because like I saw De La Hoya on Club Shay Shay, he was talking about that, like the same energy and time and effort we put in that ring for fighting, we need to fight for our money, fight for our business. We can't be doing all this, getting our brains all fucked up for nothing. We got to really take our time and really put that same work in that we did in the ring on the outside of the ring, because business is very important. I've been there. When I first got that big bag, you saw me in Malibu, I all that money up. You know what I'm saying? But it did build my brand and I bounced back even better, but I learned. You know what I'm saying? I had to diversify that money. I had to get the CMOS company, make sure I focus on this, make sure I do this podcast in a high level. I'm seeing people get $100 million deals. I need me at least 75. I can't get a 50. So I'm like, that's bigger than just trying to be cool on YouTube and, you know what I'm saying, build real business. And I've learned that. And I always tell my people the same thing. You got to be bigger than the situation. You don't want to just be cool and popular. You really want to have some wealth and some understanding behind that shit.
And you also have to have the vision too. Also too is, I mean, I've got comfortable too. Sometimes people, they just think that they're going to retire in early retirement and just be comfortable. Bro, that shit will not last.
Oh, no.
You'll waste your money in the first year probably.
Oh, yeah. You take, like I said, it took me 35 years to get that first in. Within 2, that money gone.
Yeah, bro. And then, quick.
Goddamn. It's my whole
Looking
life.
at your bank like, what the fuck, bro? Somebody hacked my shit.
Yeah, because at one time, you know, you first get that bag, it ain't no looking at the couch. Get that, what? No, why you looking at that price? Get everything.
That's true.
You get by 6 months down, like, hey, how much that cost?
Like, damn, bro.
Let me go to the back. But hey, can you work something out with me? Man, give you a shout out. Like, that's how it go. But we got to be mindful of that.
Yeah.
We got to spend what's coming in on residual instead of what's there.
Yeah. So then too, like, you always got to think about it. The work never stops. The work never stops. So that's now how I'm thinking too, bro. Like, now I'm trying to think after boxing. I have some plans for my life and what I want to do. And now I started with the Easy, my company, Easy Bocce. I'm trying to put that in position and then just trying to, do a lot of stuff that, I really enjoy to do. You know, we're talking about Mateo too. Mateo's going to put up a boxing fight. Was it maybe in October? You might put that up. And, but that's another great move too, bro. So maybe, we can start doing something together. Yeah. It's just these good ideas. Sometimes you just got to pick idea and just go. Just go.
Yeah. Speaking of Mateo, like the owner of Boxer, one of the most legendary individuals in the world, got the best boxer, best gym on earth. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be $1 billion situation. I can see it. I heard you guys met each other earlier when y'all was kids, right?
Yeah. So a funny story about that. So I was thinking about coming to Miami, and before I bought a place here, and I'm like, I obviously have to look for a gym. So the spot that I came to, I'm like, it's not too far away from my crib. And I see Mateo's Instagram, I heard off the top, Life the Energy. Like he had Lamborghinis in the in the gym, you know what I mean? It seems like a designer gym to me, to be honest with you. So I hit him up, we became cool. And, I went, met him in person, love him, Daniel, Cammy, everybody there. Crazy. It's crazy energy, bro. Everybody's really nice there. And then Mateo invited me to eat one time. So we're talking about, like, where did you grow up at? Where did you go to school at? I'm like, I lived in North Hollywood, West Hollywood, I don't know what it is. I'm like, I went to Bancroft, this school called Bancroft, and we trained at Wildcard. And he's like, what time we used to go? And then I tell him the time. I'm like, he's like, yeah, I went to Bancroft too. Looking at him. I'm like, bro, you're that kid that used to go with this bag to the school, and then go to the gym right after. He's like, yeah, bro. He's like, well, I remember we took a picture with you because I went back. I was there for a little bit, and I went. I'm like, yeah, bro, it's crazy. And then little do we know, we ended up knowing each other since I was in 7th grade. I think he wasn't that much older than me, so we had known each other. We had trained in the gym together. Yeah. And I remember his dad. His dad was like my dad, tough kid, you know what I mean? Making you cry in the gym if you're not working hard enough, this and that. So his dad was tough, like my dad. So, and I was like, bro, this is a trip. Like, how do we, like 10, 15 years later, we end up becoming friends and training at your gym. Now I'm training at your gym, you know what I mean? And I turned professional, had my career, and now he has his career with the boxer gym. And we're both really successful right now. So it's just like, man, I feel like God puts his people, he's always going to put his people together. Yeah, always. Yeah, I see y'all both Eurished up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Custom and all that. But, and when you in that gym, I've seen you interact with people, right? You interact with me, I'll be working out, you would jump out the ring, what's up, Organik? I'm like, damn, that's love, you know what I mean? Knowing that you are who you are, you still give love to people. Yeah. And I saw something that was very remarkable. A guy just randomly came, I don't know if it was that random, but did a sparring match with you. I think he's from Russia or something. And you boxed him, and he did a good job. You're like, hey, man, stay. You're like, no, I'm supposed to leave tomorrow. Like, no, stay. I want you here for the rest of my camp. Yeah. That's legendary, man. How did that take place? So, I mean, with me, I can't take credit for them because he's a good boxer, and he gave me work. He gave me some good work. So I'm like, bro, I would like for you to stay. And he's like, I got to go back to Russia. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm going to get you a place. I'm going to get you paid. And, you don't have to be here for too long. I only had like 3 weeks left or whatever, and then I feel like at the end of the day where I'm at right now, it's because boxing is a hard sport, bro. There's a lot of boxers that don't make money like that. And it's money, you really have to put in a lot of work, a lot of years of training to even get to the first bag. Right. I didn't make money my first 10 fights. I didn't make money at all. So for me right now, I'm making good money, and I could put these people in position where I give them a job. Right. You know what I mean? And, I just show love like that. And even with all the people there, I like, I feel like it's my job, my duty to teach kids or whoever it is boxing. You might have seen me teaching people there, you know what I mean? And it's always, I think it's always been in my head that I want to treat people how I would like to be. I like to treat people how I would like to be treated. Right. And in my head, I'm not no superstar, none of that, bro. I'm just a man of the community, and I'm just trying to be as good as possible. Yeah. I'm the same way too. Like, we had a talk before we came on camera. I was talking to my guy over there, was just like, man, I dreamt of this position. So people might see me as organic and all this, and I am that, but I'm a man of the people. I want you to leave that I could do this too. I don't want you to leave like, oh man, he just a supernatural. No, brother. I just believed in myself, worked hard, and never gave up, and I didn't give no about what it took or what people thought of me. If you apply that to your life, the world is yours. You can create your own world. And I think that's really cool too, that you could tell people that, because a lot of people, they don't know. It's simple, bro, but they don't believe in themselves like that. Yeah. So as long as you put in your heart, like, bro, you do whatever you want to do. You just got to work hard. And sometimes that's what a person needs to hear. Hell yeah. You know what I mean? And just like I said, bro, like, everybody's been really cool to me. I love Miami. Miami has great energy here, bro. I feel like this is God's city. To be honest with you,
I'm not gonna lie, the
I
same
love
way.
the energy here is just crazy, bro. It's just crazy, and I feel like that gives me more energy, more happiness to do what I got to do, and I just want to spread love and positivity.
Yeah, man, I moved here in November. The first place I came was Boxer Gym. Had to do an event with my guy Fresh, and did a little mentorship there. And I was there like, that same day, like, hey, I called my realtor, find me a condo. You know what I'm saying? I'm here.
Yeah.
In LA.
Yeah.
Ship my shit here, which is a pain in the ass, but I'm coming to Miami.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving. And I stayed.
Yeah.
And it's been glorious ever since. So, man, I appreciate you, man. Once again, shout out to you, shout out to your dad, your kids, your wife, everybody. I see your son. He gonna be something legendary.
Yeah.
Something about him. I know everybody say it. That little guy is gonna be like a historical, like you can see the prophecy in him.
So the thing about him is that obviously he has it in his blood.
Yeah.
But the thing I love about him, bro, I've been training him since he was like 5 months old. He's throwing his little shots and shit.
Yeah.
And I told him like, Pop, you don't have to do this. Like, you can do whatever you want. I said, nah, I'm gonna be a champion. I'm gonna be a champion. Nice. It's funny because he'll be watching like TikTok and they'll pull up Canelo's son. He's like, man, I get Canelo's son, I'm gonna knock him out.
That'd be a good little influencer type. Set up the little guys, put them up. No.
So bro, and for me, it's my job. I know a lot of boxers say like, I don't want my son, he doesn't have to do it. He could be something else. But yeah, bro, at the end of the day, we're boxers, bro. Right. Like I really want to lead my kids. I want them to be known for boxing for generations and generations to come. So, I mean, he looks like he's already going to be a world champion, bro. So I just keep putting my foot on the gas and, make his dreams come true, just like how my dad made my dreams come true.
Most definitely, man. Once again, shout out to Pops, you know what I'm saying? Because without a good figure like that led you guys to be where you at, his trials and tribulations early, he delivered to y'all to protect y'all, to be the glorious, kids he have. Yeah. And now y'all take care of him. Yeah. That's what it's all about. And then y'all break the cycle. Now your kids ain't got to worry about none of that dumbass shit. They're going to be taking care of the rest of their life because he broke that cycle that he went through, gave it to y'all, and y'all going to give it to them. Yeah. That's what it's all about, man. So with that being said, we're going to end it, man. Anything else you got to give them before we get out of here, man? I just want to thank you and everybody, for their time, bro. And, I'll be excited to come back again. Yeah, most definitely. We got to come back again, chop it up after your next fight. That's it. That's all, man. It's organically speaking, man. Believe in yourself like you believe in God. Never give up. Take a risk today. You're not going to make it out this world alive, so you might as well live while you can. Every single day you living. You know what I'm saying? It's just not you only die once. No, you live every day. Let's live every day. Let's see how far we could take this. Let's see how legendary we can make this robot that we're given. How that want to get the muscles with it. Let's throw some nice garb on it. We live in really GTA. Let's drive the cars with the gold on the Lamborghini. Let's get the purple Monte with the carbon fiber on the hood. Why not? Yeah. We can do it. Everybody want to do it, but who gonna do it? The ones that believe. The ones who ain't gonna give a if we live or die, because we going for the top. We going to climb Mount Everest today. Believe in yourself. Plant a seed today, people. I need that. It's S.R.T.F. It's right there in my knuckles. Seed, root, tree, fruit. Don't try to cheat the code. Plant that seed, watch the roots grow, see the tree, get the fruit. People that's around you, if they really paying attention, they going to take that fruit, get them seeds out of there. The fruit, I'm going to grow my own crops. Don't be trying to steal my shit. I got enough for you to get your own. But we up out of here, man. It's Organically Speaking. We out, man.